Hello, judges and audience. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm excited to share my opposing perspective on the statement use of animals within the entertainment industry should not be banned. Looking at this phrase and acknowledging the way the government described their position on it, it seems as though the government wants every section of the animal entertainment industry to be banned in order to protect the rights of animals. This includes everything from circuses and their performing animals to zoos, aquariums, safaris, Hollywood, and even dogs in performing shows. And this isn't even every aspect of the animal entertainment industry, because there's still horse racing, horse betting, rodeos, and so much more that I couldn't even think about. Heck, Everglades tours, all of that is part of the animal entertainment industry. And this is all arguably putting them on display for human entertainment. Here we believe that a total sweeping ban on the animal entertainment industry is going way too far for a number of reasons. The point was made that the animal entertainment industry, the point was made that the well-being of animals is an all or nothing issue. If one animal suffers, then we should just completely eliminate it. And to me, I feel like that's a very closed off way of thinking, as they're turning a very complex matter with too many moving parts to even count into an issue that is very binary, with only essentially one or two solutions: either allow it to happen or completely ban it. When in reality, there should be new policies and safeguards put into place that protect the animals but doesn't completely remove them from the industry. An example of this that comes to mind is misinformation spreading on social media. Now, misinformation on social media spreads very prevalent and very quick. Rather than completely eliminating social media as a whole in order to stop the spread of misinformation through social media, which, well, I guess if you don't have social media, you can't spread misinformation through it. Instead, it would make more sense for people and the industries to come together and find a way to make policies that completely ban, or not completely ban, but that try to minimize the spread and the easiness of that spread through social media as much as humanly possible. We see solutions and we see problems and we need to find solutions. Dog competitions and horse races alike are a place in the animal industry where the participating animals thrive, as the animals display their God-given abilities in ways that they usually couldn't. According to an article called Dog Body Language Charts and Meanings: How to Read, written by Isela and released April 3rd, 2025, a dog's body language is a huge indicator of whether they're happy. And taking a look at their body language during dog shows, we see that for the most part, they're all signs of a happy dog. Those being a soft and slightly open mouth, a soft wagging tail, and ears in a natural position that display happiness and no anxiety. If an animal is given the opportunity to do something that they love, then there should be no need to completely ban their participation in the aspect of the entertainment industry. Now, animals such as dogs and horses love what they do, compared to an animal like an elephant, who is put on display at circuses, and whales who are put on display at places like SeaWorld. This is very different. Or killer whale, sorry. For them, it's totally debilitating, and it hurts them and causes them anxiety, which is why something like that needs to stop, and something like dog and horse races need to flourish. With the animal entertainment industry, including zoos and safaris that are technically using animals for entertainment, but also for conservation and education purposes, making them vital towards raising generations to know about and care for exotic animals that you couldn't see otherwise. And also, also towards the conservation portion of these animals as well. Amazingly, an article by ELC tells us that the AZA accredited zoos and aquariums have collaboratively saved at least 9 species from the brink of extinction. Without these public zoos and aquariums, the world would unfortunately likely be missing these 9 species, and once something's gone, you can never truly get it back. Some of those species include the California condor, the red wolf, the black-footed ferret, Perziki's horse, a golden lion tamarin. It needs to be understood that so many people working in these industries are animal lovers who understand and care about them more than most. If you've ever been to one of these places, I know that every time these people love them, these people care for these animals, they're friends, essentially friends with these animals too. And these industries should not be viewed as completely bad, but as a place for people to see and acknowledge the wonderful wild creatures in ways that would not be available without zoos and aquariums. It also needs to be acknowledged that there are 198,000 people who work for the zoos and aquariums under the AZA. And with this industry being banned, it would completely take away from their jobs. Now, the government has proposed to simply essentially damage control it and ban this, and then have the government aid in the repositioning of these jobs. However, if the government were to take the time to redesign policies and come up with alternative solutions to protecting the well-being of these animals, then they wouldn't have to worry about giving 190 or finding jobs for 198,000 people who work with animals and love the animals, and this is their passion essentially. We must not implement a total ban of this industry, but like I said, implement new policies in place to protect animals such as the circus elephants and killer whales, but to also allow other animals and other aspects of this industry to thrive. Overall, I urge you to vote for keeping the best parts of the animal entertainment industry alive. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a great day.